I invite you and your family today to open your mind and receive this life-changing and potentially world-changing message about your life that I want to share with you. Today, I'm going to be relating your central nervous system, brain, spinal cords, and nerves, that communication system that keeps you alive, to a freeway, the transportation system that takes you from where you're at to where you are going. So have you ever been on a freeway and experienced traffic, a slowdown, a standstill? We always ask ourselves, what is causing this traffic? Is it just rush hour? Is there something going on in front of us? Is there something going on the other side of the freeway? A lot of times, we don't have a clue. But I tell you, in chiropractic and in your life, we know that transportation system from your brain to your body is through the central nervous system and through that spinal cord. And sometimes those slowdowns, we call those subluxations. And what a subluxation is, before we move forward, it's a very important message to understand. Subluxation, sub meaning less than. Lux is light or your life, and ation, which is a state of being. So we're in a state of being, we're expressing less than 100% of your optimal life. And we all know that expressing less than 100% of your optimal life should be unacceptable. So what causes these subluxations? We know in chiropractic that there are 3 causes for vertebral subluxations. The first being trauma, beginning at the day of your birth, when you're coming out of that canal and your head is being pulled out or twisted or anything of that sort. These are the small traumas that happen beginning at birth, all the way when you're learning how to walk, those slip and falls, those crashes in your little Tonka trunk, all the way until we may have an accident on the freeway or a sports injury. But even more importantly, what we call as chiropractors, micro trauma. Maybe your posture, maybe things that you do repeatedly over and over again that we may not think is causing any damage to our bodies. But we know this trauma or the physical cause of subluxation could decrease that life potential from 100% to a number lower that we know is unacceptable. And the next thing that could cause subluxations is your mental state of mind. Anything that detours you from your natural state of happiness and gratitude. How many of you want to wake up in a state of happiness and gratitude and stay there, not throughout the day or the week or the month, but throughout your life? We know that these cause vertebral subluxations just with the imbalance of our mental state. Or what about the chemical cause of subluxation? Anything that we eat, drink, or that we put into our bodies, all the way down to a simple artificial sweetener, something that has been proven to directly affect our brain and slow us down from that 100% of optimal life that we want to experience. So now that you know what causes a vertebral subluxation, the thoughts, the traumas, and the toxins, have we all experienced one of those in our lives? Well, I know that I have. And I know chiropractors have the ability to specifically locate these subluxations and remove them. So we know if subluxation causes less life, removing these vertebral subluxations add more life. And we all know that if we had the option, we would want more life. So what exactly do chiropractors do, or how do we know that we can remove this vertebral subluxation and add as much life as possible to each and every one of you out there? It starts off with the philosophy of chiropractic. Us knowing that what heals us is life. What keeps us going is life. We could have a cut on our finger and we are sure that this cut is going to heal. And what heals that cut? Life, energy. Because we know if we had a corpse, had the same cut on that same finger, that this cut will not heal. Because we know that there's a healing potential within all of us, an innate healing potential, inborn intelligence in our body that has the ability to heal and allow us to thrive. And when vertebral subluxations are in the way, it slows that potential down. So innate intelligence is something like gravity. It's a principle. We know it works 100% of the time, regardless of what we see. Right now, gravity is holding me down to the earth. But also right now, that innate intelligence is allowing my body to function 100% of its potential minus the vertebral subluxation. And how am I so sure of this? Because the science of chiropractic, the anatomies, the physiologies that let us know what's supposed to happen and when it's supposed to happen, and allows me to understand not what's wrong with you, but exactly what is right with you at all times, 100% of the time, minus this vertebral subluxation. So how about that? How about we are sure of expressing 100% of your potential? And not just your potential, but the loved ones around you. So how do we apply this philosophy and this science of chiropractic? We do it by the chiropractic adjustment, the application of our philosophy and our science coming together to remove this vertebral subluxation. So imagine what traffic is like when it's not rush hour, or when that accident is moved out of the way. We're going back to normal flow. And in chiropractic, we know by the adjustment, we remove this vertebral subluxation, allowing you to fulfill 100% of your life's potential. Now I ask you, how many of you have experienced vertebral subluxation, and how many of you know chiropractic can allow you to fulfill 100% of your life's potential? Now I invite you right now on my mission to remove vertebral subluxations from everybody in my community and potentially everybody in the world, allowing each and every one of us to fulfill 100% of our life's potential. And I wish 3 things for each and every one of you out there: success, health, and happiness. Success being fulfilling your life's potential. Health being the ability to fulfill your life's potential. And happiness, the gratitude each and every one of you will experience when you, your family, and all your loved ones around you live a vertebral subluxation life with chiropractic.